Hi, so welcome to the live stream this morning. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will come through me to give messages. So I'm just going to let Raphael come in and speak. Hmm. Hmm. I would like you to know that what I'm seeing at the moment is that there is a lot going on many levels, a lot clearing, a lot rearranging, and it is not necessarily a time to be doing things in the world in a way where you are going forwards without in any way considering how you are feeling inside. Because what I will say is your higher self connection will take you within rather than guide you to do things on the outside at the moment in order to find greater wellness, healing. It is a time to be with yourselves, not for long, but for a while, to go inwards, to find more by going within. And when you do this, you find a place inside where you are able to actually have a sense of what is right for you on a deeper level. So it is that sort of time. It is also a time where you may feel guided inwardly to be with yourselves in a way where you are perhaps going deeper into something in a way which is more in your own energy. So you will find that as you go within, you will find your own way of doing things, your own way of actually going deeper. And that is because what I'm seeing in all of you at the moment is a lot going on around being able to actually be with yourselves and actually remember things that you know on the inside in order to ignite the flame of divinity within yourselves in areas where this has been dampened, diminished. So it is that sort of time where you will find your own answers. You will go within and find a lot of clarity, healing, wellness. But it is really not a time to be generally doing a lot because I do see something is happening in the world at the moment that is very deep, that is very much connected to actually being able to find answers for long standing problems. And as a result, it does take a much deeper energy in order to actually have real answers. It takes depth, connection to the self. So that is what I see. I also will say that when I speak to you, I am always looking at your energy, trying to find ways of actually making improvements. And for some of you, what I see is a lot going on around really being able to be in the world and make a difference in the lives of others. And what I will say is that to those of you who have a lot to give, it is really important to remember that the degree to which you are able to give it is determined by the degree that you are able to actually be and receive positive energy, positivity in whatever way that you receive it. But what I will say about giving out energy, doing your life work, and doing things that create a very strong current of energy in the world is that it is very important to always be first in your own connection, to be receiving. And this may take a while for some of you. So, what I am here to remind you of is that you may feel inside you have a lot to give. You may feel inside that there is a lot you can do, but it may be that your energy is a bit in need of certain things first. So sometimes what happens is that someone who may have a lot to give in a certain way, they are first guided to focus on something entirely different in order to build up their energy in that area. So do not be in any way despondent if life takes you in a different direction to that which you are hoping for inside. Because what you are actually doing is first restoring yourself to the degree that you are then able to give out what you have. And it may even be in this lifetime you end up feeling for a while that your life purpose is not fully opening out, awakening on all levels to the degree that it is able to. And it is because you are being taken to the places that need attention before it does. So it is a reminder to all of you who feel that things are not really moving as you would like. It is okay. Just allow whatever needs to happen first to happen and know that it will take you to the right outcome ultimately. I also will say that those of you who have not really had a lot in your lives that has been difficult, traumatic, you may feel inside that you are able to go forwards with things in life more easily at the moment. Perhaps you may have found that although you have generally been well in this life, you have had things kept coming up which create problems for you. Perhaps things which are nothing to do with you, such as, for example, having a really good idea, something that really works, but somehow it only goes so far in the world, even though you know it could go really far and reach many. So, to those of you who generally have been well, but have felt that something is in the way of your progress in terms of earth energies, perhaps the general consciousness of the earth has not really favoured what you have been about. There will be changes for you, and the changes will happen now, not later. So it is a reminder to those of you who really have it all there already in yourselves that things will open up for you in life more and more. But for you, perhaps it has been more about learning to be patient, learning not to push things before their time, to have trust and faith that things will open up in the right time. So it is a reminder to those of you who are in this category. What I would like to share as well is that when I speak to you, I am always trying my best to be there for all of you in a way where I am sharing information that is relevant to you all. So, for this reason, it is really important to be in your higher self and also your earthly self as you engage with this. Because as you do this, what I am able to do is really go deep into your energy and see what is going on and give you very clear answers. So, what I will say is that some of you here are feeling a bit like you are not quite sure generally about your life, about what to do next, about where it is going, about whether you are really living a life that is right for you. And what I will say to you is that the answers for your life will come one by one. So it is not that everything appears at the same time, that you may know something that is right, but then something else will come in, and then something else after that. So it is about following the steps, and then the life you want will actually come to life over time. So, to those of you who are not sure what your life is about, where it is going, perhaps you are not even sure where to live, what area of the world to be in, and how to be doing things. What I will say is follow the steps. And initially, the step may be something really simple, such as, for example, connecting with a person, or it may be something else entirely, such as going within and discovering there is something you really want to do in particular. But the steps will come, and as you follow them, they will actually lead you to where you are meant to be on all levels. But what I will say is that there is no such thing as knowing everything in any given moment. It is just about doing what feels right in this moment, being guided by your higher self, trust in the process. And if you are ever unsure about whether you are really communicating with a deeper part of yourself or not, the best way of knowing the difference between your personality, your earthly self, and your higher self is to notice whether something keeps coming up from within you in moments you don't expect, such as when you are just doing something that is seemingly mundane, but you are just immersed in the moment. Or another time where you are just enjoying yourself and then something keeps coming into your awareness. So your higher self will speak to you in the clearest way when you least expect it. So when you have fully let go of even needing to know something and are just immersed in the moment, just really immersed and doing something you enjoy or something that consumes your attention. And then when you are in this space, your higher self comes in and communicates, tells you things. And if you are finding this happens a lot, it may be that what you are receiving is actually something that really needs to be done very soon. If you find that in these moments you keep receiving the same information, the same thought, the same idea, then it is your higher self saying, do this sooner rather than later. Whereas when you receive something occasionally and then it does not come back for a while, but it is from your higher self, it is most likely something that is going to happen in the long term. So something which doesn't require immediate action. But it is good for you to know the difference, that the frequency that you receive a message, inspiration, an idea will determine whether it needs to be done sooner or later. The final thing I would like to speak about is how much you are all doing on the earth plane. So, some of you here are very active people. You generally do a lot. It is not that you are necessarily doing things in a way where you are making a lot of progress, but it may just be you are very active. So, whether you are doing something in the home or doing things outside, you like to keep yourselves busy. And to those of you in this category, what I will say is that it is really important to be aware of what you are doing. So, not to be involved in doing for the sake of it, but do things with awareness of why you are doing it, what it is actually bringing you. And you may actually have a very clear sense that when you are active, you are clearing your own energy, so through activity, you are actually making your life better in this way. For some of you, it may be through activity you feel more grounded on earth, more like you are connecting and really feeling your connection to the earth in a positive way. For some of you, it may be the action you take is more about having an experience of life. So you may be the sort of person who likes to experience life in a very tangible way. You like to have lots of experiences on earth and to have a taste of many things. But the reason I'm giving this message is because when you have an awareness of why you are doing things, why you are engaging with a lot of activity, it will then give you a deeper connection to what you are actually doing. It will help you to actually have perhaps more experiences that you are going to really savor or to clear your energy on a deeper level. But whatever the deeper reason is for activity in your life, You will actually be able to do it more effectively by knowing this. So it is a reminder to those of you who are very active. And the reason I'm giving this message is because I would like all of you generally to live life with more awareness. Because as you are more aware, everything you do has more power. Things take on a new meaning. And this is how you are able to awaken more deeply to who you really are, to who you are on all levels, including how you express divinity on earth, the things which are right for you. And this awakening then helps you to actually be much more grounded in your higher self on earth. It helps you to live a life that is more meaningful, that is deeper, that is more connected to your innermost being. And through this, it actually creates a lot of light on earth. So, this is why I am bringing this subject up. The week ahead will generally be a good one, but there will be things along the way that may feel to you a bit like there are challenges there. But the challenges will be more a reflection of something that has been in your life for a long time, such as, for example, doing something on the earth and then finding that there is a problem. But the problem that is there is something that is trying to be shown to you so you can go deeper and find answers. So that is what I see. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, wishing you a really good weekend and a good week ahead as well, and lots of love to all of you.